the committee all the support that they needed during the process of coming up with this bill. And also I want to thank members for their inputs that they gave to this bill. Honorable Speaker, when this bill was read the first time, subsequently went for public participation, and indeed we received memorandums from one Commission of Administrative of Justice. The second one was the National Commission of Gender and Equality Commission, and also a very vibrant civil society, the Nakuru Civil Society Forum. And just an overview of this bill to members. This bill tends to give power to the Article 35 of the Constitution, which says it is a basic right for each and every citizen to access information that is there with the government. And just a brief background why this bill. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Kenya's journey toward information transparency emerged from decades of opaque governance, dating back to colonial rule. During both colonial and post-independent era, government information was largely inaccessible, protected by restrictive legislation like the Official Secrets Act Cap 187, which prioritized state secrecy over public disclosure. Mr. Speaker, sir, the push for transparency gained momentum during constitution reform process of the year 2000s, culminating in the adoption of 2010 Constitution. This groundbreaking document enshrined the right to access information under Article 35, which provides that every citizen has the right to access information held by the state and information held by another person and required for the exercise or protection of any right or fundamental freedom. Mr. Speaker, sir, also it gives a right for every person to correct or deletion of untrue or misleading information that affects that person. Mr. Speaker, sir, the state, according to the Constitution, shall publish and publicize any information that is important that affects the nation in its undertaking. To operationalize Article 35, Mr. Speaker, Kenya enacted the Access to Information Act Cap 7 in the year 2016. This act was ascended to on 31st, 2016, which aligns with international obligations that Kenya has ratified, including the African Charter on Human and People's Rights and the UN Convention Against Corruption. Mr. Speaker, sir, the oversight responsibility was delegated to the Commission on Administrative Justice, commonly known as CAJ or Ombudsman, reflecting Kenya's commitment to administrative justice and transparency. Kenya's devolved government system, established under a 2010 Constitution, assigns significant functions to county governments. While the National Access to Information Act 2016 applies to counties as state organs, Section 96 of the County Government Act, Cap 265, mandates counties to enact specific legislation to further implement Article 35 at local level. And that is the reason why we want to domicile the Act now to operationalize itself with the Nakuru County Government. The Nakuru County Access to Information Bill 2025, Mr. Speaker, thus seeks to operationalize Article 35 of the Constitution of Kenya and Section 96 of the County Government Act by establishing a framework to promote transparency, accountability, and public participation through access to information at the county level. Pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 122 and 123 of the Nakuru County Assembly Standing Order, the Nakuru Access to Information Bill 2025 was read first time and subsequently committed to our committee, that is the Committee of JLAC for public participation. Further, pursuant to Article 196B of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, the committee conducted public participation on 13th June 2025 at the Nakuru County Assembly Auditorium. Mr. Speaker, sir, as I have mentioned, we received several memorandums, and out of the memorandums, there was some legislation that were suggested to be amended that will be captured during our third reading. But for the interest of these, one of the key things that was mentioned to us was to, if you go through the bill, Mr. Speaker, sir, you'll find that we are talking about Kenyan citizens. But one of the memorandum was suggesting for us to include the refugees. You understand that we live among us, the refugees, people from Congo, people from Southern Sudan, to be included to share these. But we did not consider that, Mr. Speaker, sir, because going by the Constitution of Kenya, it defines who a citizen or who a Kenyan citizen is. Refugees are not considered citizens under Kenyan law and thus cannot claim rights under Article 35 of the Constitution, which specifically provides for citizens. This position was affirmed by the late Honorable Justice Majanja in the case of High Court of Kenya Petition number 43 of 2012, which it was between the Family Care Limited versus Public Procurement Administrative Review Board and another one, where the late judge held the right of access to information protected under Article 35(1) had an implicit limitation, that is, the right is only available to a Kenyan citizen. Unlike other rights which are available to every person or all persons, this right is limited by reference to the scope of person who can enjoy it. Proposal to expand the definition of the word county public entity to include private entities that engage in financial dealings with the county government. This proposal was rejected in totality. Mr. Speaker, sir, most of these proposals will be highlighted in our third reading, where we'll be going clause by clause. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to register my satisfaction to the support that we received from your office coming up with this bill. With that, I beg to move. I will call upon Honorable Bor to second.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I stand to second this motion. Thank you.
Thank you. I will now propose the motion, which is that the Nakuru County Access to Information Bill, number 1 of 2025, be now read a second time. The motion is open for debate. The Honourable Member for Shabab.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the motion in regards to the Access to Information Bill. Mr. Speaker, I believe the public has the right to get information about how we are running the government, how things are done within the government, and everything that happens, because it is their hard-earned and taxes that run this country, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to support this so that people can know how things are being done, including including the procurement processes and any other process that pertains to running the government. Currently, Mr. Speaker, because of not having information, there is a petition that was brought to this House in regards to the budget process in my ward, Mr. Speaker. Apparently, the people who wrote that petition and brought it to this House, yes, they had the information that we were doing public participation, but they did not come to attend that public participation. So whatever information that we had there, we gave out to the people who attended the public participation. They got that information from someone else. So without even asking more about this issue, they ran to come up with a petition to request that we did not do a clear validation process. Yet the budget chair was a person who was in Shabab at that time, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I'd like to support this motion so that we can be able, they can be able even to get that information from either maybe online. If they could have maybe got online, they could have got all this information, and maybe they will not have written a petition regarding the public participation that we did in our ward. So, Mr. Speaker, I rise to support this bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The Honorable Leader of Majority Party.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I also rise to support this motion that we, as the Republic of Kenya, we are a democratic country, and democracy means that it is the government of the people, by the people. That means in everything that is being undertaken, whether leadership, the structural programs that are there, is actually manned by the people. And that one being the case, according to our Constitution again, the sovereignty of the country is actually bestowed to each and every individual citizen. And to achieve all this and to embrace democracy, Mr. Speaker, it is paramount that each and every individual access information in any cadre, because the rule of law allows that each and every individual should actually participate directly or indirectly in the governance of the country. And in every undertaking, therefore, Mr. Speaker, you will agree with me that access to information is such a very vital phenomena. And for that reason, therefore, this bill is going to allow us to actually access all nature of information so that it will help us in our participation in running matters to do with governance in the country. We do this, Mr. Speaker, by either participating in public forums, giving our own ideas, and when somebody gives ideas without a backup of information, then it becomes very fake. But in this case, therefore, Mr. Speaker, when there is information, when individuals are able to access information, then it will actually, they are going to contribute very strong ideas that will actually help in boosting progress and development in the country. I therefore support that information should actually be available to all Kenyans, regardless of the races, regardless of the tribes, regardless of the gender. And once this information is available, then their contributions, therefore, would be quite viable. Mr. Speaker, sir, I really stand to support this motion. I want to believe that it is going to open an avenue to access of information in various departmental departments in the government, and for that reason, the beneficiaries will be the citizens. So I really beg to support the motion. Thank you.
Thank you. The honourable member for not Buru Baruk, but Elbagon was on his was standing. So then from him we will come to the member for Flamingo, and then we'll take another round.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a bill that I would say is an enlightener, or rather it's coming to empower the citizens of this county. And Mr. Speaker, this bill ought to have come in 2013 because, Mr. Speaker, information is the power. And without information, we cannot be able, even ourselves, to oversight the executive. Mr. Speaker, much of the time, when even we are oversighting, we've been requesting for the BQs from the different departments that usually come to implement projects in our wards. And much of the time, they give us some papers that do not even have proper information for us to be able to critically criticize the kind of the project that is being implemented in our wards. Mr. Speaker, what do I mean? Mr. Speaker, I mean there is priced BQ and unpriced BQs. Much of the time when you ask for the BQ, you are given unpriced BQ. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, this is a savior because we'll be able now to be holding individuals into account so that we'll be knowing how much have been set to do a particular set of a project, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, this bill, I term it as a rescuer and a bill that is actually holistically empowers not only the citizens, but also the oversighting agencies. Mr. Speaker, also, much of the time, as Honorable Adhiai have mentioned, or have alluded, you find that majority of the time, much of the time, all the roles of the executives, especially as far as information passing is concerned, can be bestowed into the MCAs. And when the information is not reaching onto the ground, much of the time, Wananchi usually say, it is the MCA who is not giving us the information. Mr. Speaker, this bill have come actually to offset a road on our shoulders such that we know who is supposed to be giving that information, who is supposed, which office specifically is designated to give the information and to make sure that the information trickles down up to the ward level. Mr. Speaker, as I also mentioned that, you realize, Mr. Speaker, we come from the remote areas. For instance, somebody who come from Sagaitim or other come from Ucharage, where we border with the Turi ward. Telling them to get some monies to come out to Elbagon is also far, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, as I will be commenting, Mr. Speaker, I would wish that the mover also to note that today we are having the West office as the ward administrator's office. Tomorrow, Mr. Speaker, we are going to have ward administrators, village administrators, and village unit leaders, Mr. Speaker, who are supposed also to disseminate information, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, as I move, Mr. Speaker, I would wish that the mover to note that Section 9, we need also to include the village administrators and any other office that actually to be the office of the county at that village level. Mr. Speaker, the reason as to why I'm suggesting such kind of amendments is to make sure that we can access information at our precinct. Mr. Speaker, a person from Kapsita Elbagon does not need to travel to Nakuru or to Moro Town to get a certain information. Whereas we have constructed an office of a village administrator, he is supposed just to walk into that office, make application, then wait for the information, then they will be communicated back onto them. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, it is critical and it is essential, Mr. Speaker. If you look at the national government, the way they behave, Mr. Speaker, information trickles down into the office of the assistant chief. Therefore, even in our case, Mr. Speaker, the information should be allowed to trickle down, to cascade down to the office of the village administrator. The other issue, Mr. Speaker, is the issues of payments. Mr. Speaker, this bill, we cannot pass a bill, or rather we can pass this bill, Mr. Speaker, but let it state, Mr. Speaker, how much is supposed to be paid. When we say reasonable, Mr. Speaker, to some people like the mover here, Mr. Speaker, if you tell him of 1,000, he will say it's reasonable, Mr. Speaker. But if you go to Elbagon Kasarani, Mr. Speaker, you find an individual who even raising 50 shillings is a challenge, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, we would wish, Mr. Speaker, let it, Mr. Speaker, if we are not going to mention it in this bill, let it be pronounced clearly, Mr. Speaker, that in the finance bill, it shall always be there, Mr. Speaker, so that we can save wananchi from that handle that will prevent them from accessing the information that they deserve to access, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I believe that the mover is going to note that, and that is going actually, Mr. Speaker, to be administered in appropriate manner, that such that, Mr. Speaker, everybody and every person will be able to access that information without a delay. Mr. Speaker, also, there are time frames that those responses should be given. Because if you tell them to give the information in writing, and then you tell the executive to give the information, they are actually at their own purview to decide whether they are going to respond back after 1 year or after 10 years, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, it is good when we are coming up with the bill, this bill, Mr. Speaker, let us also create time frames when information shall be provided back to the persons who is seeking, or rather to the data harvester, so that that person, whatever claims or whatever satisfaction that they wanted, Mr. Speaker, can reach them on time so that they can also be making decisions as citizens, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I believe that this bill also, Mr. Speaker, is going to make sure that even documents, I have seen, Mr. Speaker, they are saying there are different channels, Mr. Speaker, but, Mr. Speaker, Kenyans believe in hard copies, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, some of the documents, including some of the acts that we are going to pass in this House, Mr. Speaker, including this bill, Mr. Speaker, should be found at the office of the village administrator, so that any citizen, Mr. Speaker, who would wish to know what are their laws, or the laws that has been passed by their house, which is their house of honor, Mr. Speaker, they can be able to access them there, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, it's a humble request that whatever documents that are there, let them be found at the lowest village in this county, so that, Mr. Speaker, everybody will be able to say at least they are happy and they can be able to enjoy. Mr. Speaker, also on the effective dates, Mr. Speaker, we've been passing laws here. Personally, I passed 2 bills here, which are now the acts of the county, by the fact that it passed all the procedures, Mr. Speaker, but it have never been published, Mr. Speaker. And, Mr. Speaker, we've been told to wait until when the publication will be done. Mr. Speaker, we want this bill to have an effective date, and in that effective date, Mr. Speaker, let it be told, Mr. Speaker, what is supposed to be done and when, immediately after it has been ascended by the governor. Let it be known and let it be inscribed there, Mr. Speaker, so that we see what we can be able to do. Mr. Speaker, finally, on the penal effect, because, Mr. Speaker, when you pass a law that does not say, or rather the law that have lenient penalties to individuals who do not wish to give such information, Mr. Speaker, it will be actually work in vain, or rather, Mr. Speaker, will be actually washing the pig, Mr. Speaker, that will actually end up actually making us to feel annoyed. Mr. Speaker, I would wish to request that a penal effect, or rather penalties, for failure to provide information to be such painful, so that, Mr. Speaker, you can balance the pressure-pain principle, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, to some of the individuals, it is they provide, or rather they feel good when they deny the members of the public some information. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, any officer who shall go contrary to this act, Mr. Speaker, ought to be given the proper penalty, so that this information, or rather this bill, can be effective and it can be able to operate properly. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I would wish to move, and Mr. Speaker, to request the mover to consider those issues that I have raised, so that this bill can see the light of the day, and so that going forward, Mr. Speaker, we can be able to hold public officers of this county into account, so that, Mr. Speaker, we can feel that we are the best county. Mr. Speaker, I'm also proud that with the report of EACC that was produced, Mr. Speaker, which can be part of this information, Mr. Speaker, we are proud because we are not on the list of the worst counties. In fact, Mr. Speaker, we are among the best. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I would have asked what criteria did they use, and also what criteria and what the county is doing to making sure that we are not a corrupt county, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I beg to support and to request the chair to take cognizance of those amendments that I have moved, so that, Mr. Speaker, going forward, I be satisfied as a citizen from this county that I'm guarded and I can get any information that I want. I beg to support.
Thank you. The Honourable Member for Flamingo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. First, let me commend the Committee on Legal and Justice Affairs for the job well done. Mr. Speaker, I'm one of the members of that committee. And Mr. Speaker, I raise here to support that motion because when, Mr. Speaker, when we are doing public participation at the auditorium here, Mr. Speaker, we listened to the member of public and we listened very keenly what they were saying. And Mr. Speaker, they were demanding to get that information from the offices of the government. And Mr. Speaker, they were complaining that they are stakeholders of this government. And they have the right to access any information that they need because as a stakeholder, when you deny them that information, you diminish those people, Mr. Speaker. And now, Mr. Speaker, I'm here to support that motion so that every member of this county of Nakuru can go to any office of the government and get the information that they want, so that, Mr. Speaker, they can be able to either to move forward with their activities freely, knowing that they are part of this government. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I raise here to support. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. So the Honourable Member for Menengai West, then the Honourable Member for Malewa, and then the mover will reply.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to support the motion of this bill that has been brought by our DS. Mr. Speaker, I just want to briefly support that this bill will bring transparency, especially to our government especially in Nakuru County government and to the people of this Nakuru County. Mr. Speaker, about this transparency, it has happened that in most cases when we advertise our jobs, especially by Public Service Board, we usually being given light when the advertisement is being given. When it is shortlisted, we are being told. But when someone is being given an appointment letter, we are not shown. It is hidden. We don't know who is being employed. And in most cases, Mr. Speaker, we usually come across many challenges, especially in our rural areas where applicants come from. They usually ask us, who are these people who got these positions, especially in this county? In most cases, recently, I know that we employed some nurses, but we don't know who are these nurses who are employed. We have the list of shortlisted candidates, and later we are not being given the light or we are not being given the information who got these positions, Mr. Speaker. But since this bill has come, Mr. Speaker, I believe that it will shed light to every one of us, and it is my wish that this bill to be passed as soon as possible so that as we proceed with this coming financial year when we'll be getting more employment or any contract, Mr. Speaker, we'll see the transparency through this bill. Mr. Speaker, I do support this bill, and I congratulate our JLAC Chair, Mr. Geru, for coming up with a very noble idea. Thank you.
The Honourable Rotok, Honourable Geru is a former chairperson committee on JLAC.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for that correction.
Current chair is the Honourable Elijah Murage.
Yeah, thank you.
And the Honourable Geru has since moved to the seat of the Deputy Speaker. The Honourable Member for Malewa.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. First of all, I would like to say good job to the JRAC committee. And being a member of the committee, Honourable Chair, Honourable Speaker, I would like to congratulate now our current Deputy Speaker, Honourable Geru, for making sure that this bill, he is pushing it to the final stages, Honorable Speaker. Congratulations, our DS, and we are in full support of this bill. And that's why I raise, Honorable Speaker, with your permission, to support this bill. Honorable Speaker, information is power. And without information, Honorable Speaker, we will be blind, or you will not see where you are going. With the passage of this, Honorable Speaker, bill, having information in terms of decision making, it will guide and lead all stakeholders on any decision making, on any decision that they want to make, as because they have acquired a retro knowledge, or by those who are moving the agenda, or who are moving the agenda of the day, Honorable Speaker. With this information, it will be able also to help solve the problems that may arise, because sometimes people may do things without having that knowledge, Honorable Speaker. But with this bill, it will make that whatever you are doing, you have, or you are able to access, or you are being informed of maybe either solving the problems, or of maybe either solving the problems, or maybe either solving the problems, or
to enhance oversight. And I want to say this because, Mr. Speaker, sir, with information, even governance is going to be easy. Most of the time, the citizenry react out of propaganda, rumors, and misinformation. But with this bill, Mr. Speaker, sir, if you go through the bill, you will find that we've defined the owners, or who is supposed to implement this bill. Out of the bill, Mr. Speaker, sir, we've recognized the composition of the county government, whereby we have the legislative arm of the government, and this bill gives the honor to our clerk of the county assembly to disseminate information to the public, and also to the executive arm of the government, the honors have been given to the county secretary. And this bill says that that should not be domiciled to their offices. It should trickle down. The essence of devolution, Mr. Speaker, sir, is to bring services to the people. And I want to agree with members that have suggested that even the slightest, the bills that we pass in this honorable house should be somebody coming from Kurusoi, Kiptororo, let's say Maimahiu, by the comfort of their place, they should walk in to the office. For now, we are going to say, according to this bill, to the office of the ward admin, because up to now, we don't have the village administrator yet. That is a process that is going on. Once they establish the village administrator, we are going to amend this bill. But for now, we have the ward admins and the sub-county admin. So the county secretary should not stay with the information, but this information should trickle down to those offices, and people from Mashinani should access. Mr. Speaker, sir, we should appreciate also we are in the digital era. It is incumbent upon the government to invest into the digital space and to have even apps. By the comfort of, it happens that last weekend, Mr. Speaker, sir, I attended one of the functions whereby we were launching one of the apps. It was called, I think, Gundua app. In this Gundua app, it talks about the functions of government. And by the click of a button, somebody from, even from abroad, can know what bill was passed, the budget cycles of the government, and all that. So it is incumbent upon the government now to invest into the digital space and to make information available to wananchi. With this bill, Mr. Speaker, sir, we are going to come to the end of those days that when you visit an office, you are told, kuja kesho, hayuko, nani yako. It is, by this bill, it proposes that the government should proactively disseminate information to the public. It is not a privilege for members of public to be given information, but it's a basic right. That is why this bill gets its mandate from Article 35, which is a basic human right according to our Constitution. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, Honorable Njuguna said about time frame, and I just want to urge him to go through the bill, because Section 11 of this bill gives timeline. And we've given timeline, the highest timeline that we've given is 21 days, 14 to 21 days. And that is the normal days. It is not the working days. So, according to the bill, it has given timeline. And also, Mr. Speaker, sir, there is that issue of penalty or offense. The section 25 of this bill stipulates well the offenses that if a public officer does not give out information, it has said what should be done. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to say that Honorable Stock, you've said about transparency, and that's why I'm saying, according to this bill, we are supposed to proactively give out information, and also to say to members of this Honorable House, this bill is going to help you in a way that one of your mandate is to do oversight. And with information with wananchi, in fact, this bill is going to help you to do your oversight role, and also to bring other players who are going to help you in doing the oversight role. Because wananchi, if we have an informed citizenry, our oversight role is going to be enhanced by this bill. Mr. Speaker, sir, also this bill says the enactment, and once this bill is going to be published, automatically it's going to be to take effect. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, with those overviews, I want to thank each one of the members that have contributed, and also to those civil society that brought their memorandum. And I am saying that most of the issues that they brought out will be highlighted in our third reading, where we are going to do some amendments. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, as I move this. Thank you.
Point of information, Mr. Speaker.
What is the information?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm aware of the Clause 11, Mr. Speaker. And in terms of interpretation of the said, Mr. Speaker, if you look, and I would wish to quote, a county public officer shall make a decision on application as soon as possible, but in any event within 21 days of receipt of the application. Mr. Speaker, what if in the context I interpret that, Mr. Speaker, it means even if he is not going to respond back, but he have made a decision, Mr. Speaker, he can still withhold information, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, that's why I wanted to eliminate that ambiguity and to simplify it, Mr. Speaker, so that it can give an order, Mr. Speaker. But this one, Mr. Speaker, but if you look at the subsequent clause, that is clause 2, there is a way that you have fraud very well, Mr. Speaker, and it stipulates that he must give within 48 hours, Mr. Speaker. If clause 1, Mr. Speaker, or other section 1, can be of the same nature, Mr. Speaker, perhaps, Mr. Speaker, it can eliminate any doubt that that person is not going to get information on time. Mr. Speaker, also on the clause of the penalty of failure to give the information, as alluded by the member, I felt that that penalty was very lenient, Mr. Speaker. Just recently, Mr. Speaker, we heard of somebody who was penalized.
The Honorable Member for Elbagon. Then you will, after this session, you will have time to look at all the areas that you feel that need to be amended, and for every other member. Then, during the committee of the whole, you're going to have the time to move the amendments, because we're not just making this law for the sake of it, but then it should be a very progressive law, a very progressive act, so that now it can cater for all the issues that members would want to raise. So, honorable members, I want to invite you, if you have any clause that you would want amended during the committee of the whole, immediately after this session, you will see the mover and the chair, JLAC, in conjunction with in collaboration with the Office of the Legal Counsel, so that now you can be able to prepare the amendments for the afternoon session, or when now the committee of the whole will sit. So for now, I want to move, I now want to put it to question about whether the bill should be read a second time or not. So I now proceed to put it to question that the Nakuru County Access to Information Bill number 1 of 2025 be now read a second time. As many who are of that opinion say aye. As many who are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
The Nakuru County Access to Information Bill 2025, a bill for an act of County Assembly of Nakuru to give effect to Article 35 of the Constitution and Section 96 of the County Government Acts by providing for the facilitation of the right to access to information and its implementation within and in the context of the Nakuru County and for connected purposes. Second reading.
Thank you. Next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, those are the orders of the morning sitting.
Honorable members, this House is adjourned to today, 2:30 p.m. Thank you.
الذين آمنوا قالوا آمنا وإذا خلوا إلى شياطينهم قالوا إنا معكم